So I just uploaded a few samples of some old websites that I've done, as well as some newer websites. Some of these old websites are just static HTML style websites that were done in the past. Now, some of them aren't online anymore because customers either don't have their businesses anymore, or they've changed and upgraded to something different, or whatever the case may be. But I just thought I'd just show you a few different samples of some stuff that can be done, and I will include some WordPress files and samples as well, so that you can basically just get an idea. Okay. And this is a WordPress site that the customer wanted, so they wanted it to look just like a brochure that they had. So this is basically what they wanted. Doesn't have a lot of pictures because they didn't want pictures. So, but you got to keep in mind with some of these sites too, that because the customers have had access to them, people always go in and start trying to change stuff when they know nothing about what they're doing. So that's why you start seeing things like bullet points, things like that are missing and whatnot. But this is another site that I did for a nursing home or retirement center. Actually, there's two retirement centers up in the Guelph area, Puce Lake area, and this is what they were kind of looking for. So it's, it's just, again, this is stuff that they went in here and you can see they've messed around with things, but because it used to be laid out differently than this. But I'm no stranger to people going in and changing stuff around and that. So anyways, it's just a standard basic WordPress style website that they can go in and change up. But like I said, some of the stuff has been altered by someone. So contact forms, maps, things in there. And this is a sorry, for the sake of the video, I don't have it completely lined up or centered, but anyways, this is just an e-commerce online store website that I set up for this customer. And anyways, yeah, this is what they wanted. He sells F-150 boost bars for trucks, so he wanted a site set up, so I set him up this, and I made these graphics here and this stuff here and laid everything out for him and whatnot, and yeah. So if you go to his shop, again, keep in mind that these customers have access to upload whatever files they want in here, these images and stuff. So they start changing stuff around, and I tell them to change the resolutions, and I tell them to change the font size, the photo sizes and stuff. But people don't always do as I recommend. So anyways, some of these pictures could be clearer, but that's because they don't know how to optimize the pictures properly, and then they go and start loading stuff up ways that they shouldn't be loaded up. But anyways, they get the gist of it. So he's got all this stuff here that he's selling, and when you click, for example, you just go in and some more information on what he is selling, and there's things that pop up and open. And I mean, this is all set up so that, yeah, he basically adds it to his cart and it tacks on the tax and everything like that, and that's it. And product gallery, galleries that are set up in there. Different galleries that you can look at here with images and stuff, and different samples of things that he's got. You know, you get the idea. And I mean, there's all these other tabs here and a checkout and stuff, but anyways, so that's another site. And then here's another site I did for someone in town for counseling and consulting. Again, it's basically everything that she wanted. She wanted earth tone stuff. I mean, she, you know, I just kept going back and forth with her to see what she wanted for some of the stuff. And she wanted to use these pictures on the side here and all that stuff. That was her choice, not necessarily mine. But that's one of the things with me, is that, you know, once I know what you're after, I mean, based on what you may already have for your own website or whatever, or, you know, I'll work with you until, you know, you get, you know, until you're happy with what you got. I'm not going to just whip something up and blow you off type thing. So I will, you know, work with you to see what you need. But anyways, this is another website. This is a WordPress website, so she can go in there and access the back end and change stuff and add stuff. But, you know, this is stuff that she's changed. She's added this blue font in there. She's went in there and changed stuff up. I don't know why she would do that, but anyways, this is the layout of the website. And I had redone her graphic here for her. This was her graphic, but I had redone this because her graphic looked horrible. And so I had just retraced it and smoothed it and made it so that it's actually nice and smooth now looking and stuff. But, you know, there's different pages here. And she's got all her social buttons and stuff up top. And she's got a Facebook connection box here to her Facebook page that I also helped set up for her. And I connect. And then here's another style of website. This is a static HTML website. Again, it just means that they don't have access to go into the back end and update files and stuff. That they have to, they would have to have a program to open these pages and add content and stuff. People don't do as much of this stuff anymore. There's still people that do it, but I mean, most people are doing WordPress and things where they can go on the back end and change. And they can add things. But anyways, this is for a woman that I know and who does upstaging. So I created this graphic for her up top. This is my design. I created all this, you know, laid this all out. She does upstaging. So anyways, you know, it's an older style of website, but the thing is that it's, you know, it works just the same. It's just, it's not as user friendly on the back end for someone if they want to go in and make some changes or learn stuff. But anyways, so it's different ideas of what's going on. And then this is another just HTML style of website that I had done for somebody. It's not online anymore either, but it was just she made hair accessories and things for kids, so I had just put something together for her. And it was basically like an online store. And anyways, I can't go through all the pages because it's not online anymore. So if I click on the pages, it's gonna give me an error page. But I'm just showing you some different things that I have done. And then there was another real estate website that I had done. It was up for a while, but for whatever reason, they changed the look of their website again, and then they changed it again. So I don't know. Anyways, this was another one that I had done. I only have a screenshot of it, though. I can't even go on Google and show you like an old archive of it, but it wasn't that long ago either. But it was all WordPress with the buttons here and stuff, and things up here leading to different sections. So it's just another option. WordPress is the thing that a lot of people seem to be doing now, because they can go in there and they can access stuff, the back end, and they can change things on their own. And sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, because a lot of people think that they know what they're doing and they have no clue, as I've shown you in some different layouts there. People going in and then they start screwing around with the layout and they start changing stuff, and then I either get a phone call or they don't call me and they just leave it. So anyways, that's the nature of the game, I guess. But I thought I'd show you those, and I mean, that's just some of the stuff that I can do. I mean, the store layouts and things like that, that's really not any issue. It just depends on, you got clear quality photos, and setting up the tax and setting up the back end, the checkout and stuff. And depends on how many graphics and like how many actual products are going in there, because that's the time consuming part, as well as setting up the tax and all that stuff. But I mean, setting up WordPress and making them work between each other is really no issue either. And I mean, if you find a website online or something that you like, somebody else's store maybe that you see that they've got something similar, you could always direct me to it and see if I could do something similar to that. Or like your store that you like, your website that you currently have, if you're content with something like that, and that's, you just want that same type of style, but you just want a store added in there and stuff, then you could let me know that as well. But anyways, just let me know. I mean, if you have any questions, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to it than just building websites anyways. You got to know what you've got optimized for search engines, and have all your social media and stuff like that available, and have things kind of connected and stuff to kind of get yourself an online presence built, right? And I mean, it's important for search engines nowadays. And there's just ways that things need to be done, and then there's just other ways where you just don't do things like that anymore. So anyways, if you're interested in that, or you got more questions, then just let me know. Email me or whatever, and we can chat then, or I can answer any questions you have. Thanks. So I just uploaded a few samples of some